last episode was probably the least productive Rimworld episode I have ever done in the history of this channel. It was pretty bad, alright? We just got raided all the time. Igor Invader was definitely inserting something into our behinds, and it was absolutely ruining progress. Igor Invader, as we can probably all agree, in the comment section, in the Discord, everything, we can probably agree is pretty brutal. So, I'm going to take this time to introduce a mod that I did have included in this mod pack and just kind of didn't really get to use very much. The Hot Seat mod. Now, the Hot Seat mod is a fantastic mod that basically switches the storyteller every certain amount of time. Now, I did have it set to be fairly medium chances that it would switch every year, every quadrant, every event. But I think that because we were moving between maps every single time, it kind of reset the time, I think. So what I've done is I've set it now that every year there is a 100% chance we will have a change. All right, it's guaranteed. Every quadrant there's an 80% chance. And there's a 1% chance every event, because I feel like that's a bit weird. The moment it can switch between Eagle, Alfred Ancient, Randy Random, Phoebe Chillax, and Cassandra Classic. If you have any recommendations for other storytellers that might fit with this playthrough, let me know. I'll add them in. It doesn't hurt the game at all. So yeah, there we go. So there is a pretty good chance that at some point we won't be on Igor Invader, right? The whole point was that it was like kind of occasionally people around the world and everything would get really angry at Leo and the androids, and they'd change to Igor Invader and they'd absolutely obliterate us. Or, you know, we'd be on pretty good terms with some people and it would be Phoebe Chillax, and we can actually get progress done. But I do hear you guys loud and clear that we need to get more done. So at the time being, Igor Invader is what we'll be sticking with until something changes. Now, the plan for today's episode. I don't think we're going to be able to fix Leo for a very long time, which is sad. Very, very sad, all right? I miss Leo already. I love him. He's my boy. So what we need to do in the meantime is I think we need to re-recruit Bobby and Robbie. Get them made into full-blown colonists so they can do wardening and everything and look after our slaves. Because, I mean, one of them has just died in the prison because we just haven't bothered to look after him. Fantastic. So at the moment, Jean is in prison. His resistance is all the way down to 1.3. We'll be able to pick him up very, very soon. And he will help wardening when looking after the slaves. And then we'll do Bobby and then we'll do Robbie and just go through it like that. Apart from that, build base as usual. Operation Fix Leo and resources are the other goals for this episode. So if you enjoy any of today's episode and are excited to see what we get up to, consider liking, subscribing, and make sure you tell your mum about it. Now, I guess because that prisoner has just died, are you still alive? 0.9 hours. All right, I'm going to give it a go to try save this person. They are unwaveringly loyal, but we can still make them a slave. So we'll give it a go. Yeah, no, we haven't been able to save them, unfortunately. And trait, depressive, constant lifes, lulfs, Lylfs. Guys, if you can help me pronounce this, that'd be fantastic. Constant stress has made the depression permanent. Not a worry. You are a slave. It doesn't really affect me. Which reminds me, you are naked as well. That probably also upsets you. Malnourished, enslaved, depressed, insulted, naked. Okay, well, I guess we need to kind of probably work on fixing it. I have got a tailor bench queued up. And there we are. Enslaved. Jones successfully enslaved Lance. Fantastic. Now, Lance, as a reminder, is a genie, right? Not the best at combat or anything, but 17 intellectual. It is a shame that we've got this person as a genie. But unfortunately, they can't really do much for us because they are just a genie. I guess I'm going to have them set on mining. 3 mining. Big. And I'll give them a gun as well, obviously, as well, because they have got a 3 critical passion in shooting. And honestly, I'll take any combat colonist at the moment. There we are. Jean has been re-recruited. I'm done for now, Jean. We'll continue our conversation another day. See you later, Jones. Oh, Jean, you're completely naked underneath that coat. Sexy. Okay, so now that we've got Jean re-recruited, it only now makes sense we get Bobber re-recruited, as that is Jean's husband. Only makes sense. And Bobber is a very good colonist as well, obviously, and it would be quite nice to have them as an actual person. And there it is, our first raid of the episode, one of our first raids without Leo. The Beggar Nation have arrived, a bunch of Neanderthals. What are they going to do to us, you know? What are they going to do? I think we're obviously just going to lock ourselves inside. We have our little kill box here. I will summon Janssen, Lolf, and Lance just in case. But honestly, I'm pretty sure we'll be okay. And just as I say that, literally 2 of them have set off every single spike trap we had in here. So I have summoned Lance, Jansen, and Lolf to come help here. Yeah? Oh, okay. Well, the Neanderthals are fleeing. They didn't actually get through all of our spike traps. Unfortunately, none of them survived either. No worries. And another one straight after the first one. A group of imps are attacking us. The Neanderthals haven't even left the map yet. Only 2 of them, though. This shouldn't be too bad. We don't have a kill box at the moment. Okay, 4. We don't have a kill box at the moment, but I'm fairly confident in Jansen and Lolf. Jansen's on a mental break. The imps from the League of Rose have decided to steal what they can and leave. What are you stealing? What have you stolen? Nothing. They're just leaving. Have I left something out on the map? I did go around and do some hunting. Maybe they've just stole a couple of dead horses? Okay, well, I mean, there are still a couple of them coming to attack us, but I mean, free raid, I guess? First one has made it through the kill box, though. Jansen and Lolf against the man with a crossbow. Should be easy. And there we are. We've actually managed to down one as well. Unwavering law. I'm going to kidnap them anyway, just on the assumption that we might be able to just enslave them anyway. So yeah, they are unwaveringly loyal Dutch Veron, but they can still be enslaved. Shouldn't honestly be a problem. I don't know anything about them yet, unfortunately, but hopefully they'll be a good enough person. And a raid from the Poison Gang, and they're apparently going to be avoiding our traps. Not sure how you're going to be doing that. How many are there? There's about 5 of them. Lolf and Lance are going to be our main defenders at the moment, seeing as they don't have malaria. Jansen does obviously have malaria as well, but I mean, he's kind of doing alright, so hopefully he doesn't die. And unfortunately, Jones has accidentally let them all in, battered down with a club, destroying his arm. Jansen, please, as our sheriff, come out here and help. And the wasters for the Poison Gang are fleeing immediately. Jansen steps outside. He sighs, sees that Jones has let them all in, and immediately kills them all. Jones losing an arm is absolutely huge, though. That is bad. Our pretty much best colonist is now useless. And overdosed. Lolf is overdosing. Why? High on wake up. For God's sake. Lolf! Don't do that. Please don't do that. I really can't afford to lose more colonists at the moment. Please. Please don't overdose, my friend. Okay, well, I think Lolf is actually fine despite his drug overdose. It's only a minor drug overdose, you know. Compared to a major one or a moderate one, it's only a small, little inconvenient drug overdose. So hopefully he'll be fine. Enslaved Dutch Vron. The bully has been enslaved. Congratulations, the 16-year-old bully. Psychically hypersensitive. You're a bully. 6 shooting, 4 in melee. Another person that is genuinely pretty bad. They're pretty bad. I'm probably going to get this guy to just go around and do hauling, cleaning, and delivering. There's not many other jobs this person is capable of doing. I'm not even going to trust them with a weapon, honestly. They're that bad. And the storyteller has changed. Now, I've been waiting for this for a very, very long time. Phoebe Chillax! Oh! Oh my god, we're going to be able to get so many things done now. It's going to be fantastic. I can finally get on with the base. I've literally just been waiting for just the storyteller to change so I can get on and do more things. This is the best news I've had all day, and for a very long time, in fact. And a quest has become available. Simonson's Nomads. 5 desperate refugees want to come help us for 20 days. 20 days for 5 free people. They could be good at combat. They could do anything. Now, last time we had refugees, maybe or may not, it didn't end the best, and we did have to kill them off. This time, we've got Phoebe Chillax, we've got food, we've got things. We have nowhere to keep them housed, but 5 people. They could all be really good at construction. We could get the base finished. I have to accept them. I just gotta. And there they are, our lovely group of refugees. What fantastic people. Let me go through them, see if they're any good. Holy moly, you are very good. 15 in intellectual, 19 in crafting. You're okay at art. You are very good at planting. Well, you could be very quickly. You're okay intellectual as well, and Richard is good at construction. So we do have people that can sit on research to contribute towards helping Leo. And we have someone that can construct and someone that can work on plants. Not too bad, honestly. Ideally would have liked more hard workers, more hard laborers, but, you know, it's not too bad, honestly. Definitely could have been worse. And a new recruit. Bobba has been recruited. When you recruited Bobba, it turned out they had a vow of non-violence. I mean, that does make sense. Like, he is already completely incapable of violence anyway. So I feel like a vow of non-violence isn't too bad. Guess it now makes sense that we imprison Robbie now as our last slave to make into a full-on colonist. It turns out Robbie already has a resistance of 0. And modern furniture has been completed as well. Not sure why his resistance is already on 0. This is nothing that I've done. He obviously was just so desperate to join us after seeing all of his friends become an actual colonist. He thought, yeah, I'm not going to resist. Just sign me up. Modern furniture, though, complete. Geothermal power would be huge. We do have issues with power pretty much constantly, but we are looking for microelectronics so we can fix Leo. Let's go for a reroll. Large nukes. God, what? We get a nuke research every episode, I swear. We're not going to get it, though, because I can't make nukes. Let's go for drug production, so we might eventually be able to make medicine. And a new recruit straight away. Robbie has joined us again. Welcome back, Robbie. I mean, you are no longer a dwarf, so I can't say that, you know, you are the same as you've always been. But hey, welcome to the colony again, my friend. And that's all of our slaves now made it to colonists, apart from the ones that are actually slaves. So, I mean, when Leo wakes up from his great slumber, will he be impressed or not? Not too sure. And catatonic, Lance. Lance has become catatonics because he's been enslaved. That's not that big of a deal. We don't need to do that. Not the end of the world, obviously, because we have so many helpful refugees helping us in our end goals here. Dutch Vron, our 17-year-old slave, has decided to go on a killing spree to kill Jean. Why would you kill Jean? He's so happy and helpful all the time. Can we just beat this 16-year-old, please? You know, they've been a nuisance ever since we've got them. I'm not going to lie. They're kind of useless. Simonson is now catatonic as well. Oh my god! It's not that bad. Smoke leaf withdrawal. Jesus Christ. What is wrong with these people? They're all just so angry and cold and sad. This isn't that much of a dump. It is. And some sort of psychic wave has swept over the land. Hedgehogs have been driven insane. Hedgehogs. 4 hedgehogs have gone insane. This sounds like a fantastic job for our refugees to go sort out. Just go beat them up. You know, just be careful of the spiky bits and then you'll be alright. And some pristine ruins have been found nearby. Now, I have been specifically avoiding messages and notifications that come up and say mining work site, grain silo, pristine ruins, vaults. I've been ignoring those because I've just like, yeah, we got no Leo, we can't do it. But now we've got these refugees that count as colonists. They can do wardening, they can look after our slaves. We could go visit these ruins and see what's up. We have Jansen, obviously, as our sheriff. He has a gun. We can take Lolf with us as well, who also has a gun. We could have a small squad go out here and see if we can get some loot. And if it is medium wealth, we could get some good stuff here. Of all the times to do this, this is now probably the best time. With Phoebe Chillax as well, why not? Okay, I've had to unfortunately cancel the caravan process because for some reason, Jansen's got hypothermia. Nothing to do with the fact that he's naked or anything, and it's 4 Celsius. Bloody Jansen, what's he like, eh? But colonists are gathering to celebrate Jean and Bobba's marriage. Honestly, I thought they were already married. But what a fantastic sight. Please don't get married in the dining room. It's absolutely disgusting. Okay, no, they're going to clean it up first. What a lovely sight. All of them cleaning up together, celebrating the formation of these 2 wonderful people. And of course, one of the refugees goes on an insulting spree. Why? This was a lovely occasion, and you've ruined it. Disgusting. Drug production is complete. Next, machining. Could be interesting. Unlocks research for multi-analyzer. Yes, please. Yes, please. Jansen, the man, the myth, the legend, has just finished the kill box. Wow. Progress? It's been fantastic. This is probably the Phoebe Chillax. Oh my god. Yes, please. I love Phoebe Chillax. You know, maybe Igor and Vader is a bit much, you know. So much progress. These refugees are fantastic. I don't know why anybody wouldn't want refugees. We've gotten so much done with all these refugees. It's brilliant. Everything's been done. We've even started work on the outside walls. The external walls are even being done. The interior of the base is absolutely on point. You know, we've expanded the freezer. We've got an even bigger research room. I've nearly got started on the hospital. Things are looking good so far. Machining is complete. Huge, massive, basic vehicles. Oh my god, this is going to make getting to these pristine ruins so much easier. Bang buses galore. But most importantly, obviously, is going to be the mule for carrying, like, I think it's 600 kilos around. Perfect. Obviously, very component heavy. Very expensive in terms of components. We might be able to push out a singular mule, and that'll be about it, I think. So now that we've stabilized everything, Phoebe Chillax has let us unravel ourselves and be able to work on the base in wider ways. And the temperature has risen to 10 Celsius. I'm now, once again, going to attempt to head to these pristine ruins. Now, the wealth is now low alongside the raider presence. Not the end of the world, because we can't really face too much. Once again, I'm going to try send Robbie with Lulf and Jansen. I'm going to leave behind Lance just because they're not the best, honestly. And I don't really want them to wimp out and ruin everything for us, and we still need at least one colony defender at home. And once again, we've now managed to build ourselves a lovely little tailoring bench. I've set up some wonderful, wonderful jobs to be done. Slave collars, slave body straps, tribal slave collars, all the good fashionable things that we expect from this colony. I've made extra of absolutely everything on the assumption that when the storyteller changes back to Igor and Vader, we'll definitely get raided by a lot of people, and I want to keep as many of them alive so we can work on the next goals of the series. And Robbie has arrived at the ancient ruins, the pristine ruins. Please let there be loot here. Like a decent amount, you know? Not loads, just enough would be perfect. Are there any enemies here? Yes. We have Black, Batra, and Banzo, the BBB squad. Thankfully, it wasn't a different set of letters, otherwise I'd be in big trouble. Jansen and Lolf should have this in the bag, though, honestly. They are very good. Perfect, and the area is now safe. Neanderthals of the Beggar Nation are fleeing. These boys were absolutely tanky. I always forget how strong Neanderthals are. This one here took an absolute beating because he was absolutely railed on Psychite. Jansen did take a little bit of damage there, but nothing too important, and Lolf is absolutely fine. Robbie, come heal Jansen, and then we can get on with it. So I'm going to get Lolf to go through all of this base and everything, see what's here, and we'll go from there. And a raid from the Beggar Nation. They have turned up. Sorry. 39! That's not fair. I wouldn't even be able to grab any loot. Oh, what? Okay, can I see any components or anything anywhere that I can just, like, pick up and leave with? There's 2 batteries here. Okay. If Lulf is lucky, we can run him this side out of the map and get him to, like, go via these rooms here and deconstruct these batteries. I'll get Jansen and Robbie just to leave. They are preparing to attack first, so Lolf should be able to grab a couple of things before we leave. Okay, so the Neanderthals are beginning their assault, but we found 150 nutra-amine. Now, that's big, because when we get to fix Leo, we'll need the nutra-amine to fuel him. Whereabouts are they? Okay, they're down there. Do we have time to deconstruct a battery, or pick one up? Let's try and see if we can pick up a battery. Okay, we've managed to pick up the battery. Lolf, get out of there. Oh, Lolf! Shh, we got too greedy. We got way too greedy. Lolf's gone. Oh, that's sad. That is sad. You know, I thought he'd have time to pick up the battery, but no, he didn't. R.I.P. Lolf. I mean, he might still be out there somewhere. He was just a slave, and at the end of the day, he was the most ugly fungus person you've ever seen. He was what we might say a fungusy. But it's not something we necessarily want to look at, smell, or anything. and they made everybody sick all the time. It's not the end of the world, right? We have the opportunity to get more slaves at certain points, so I guess we just take it as it is. Caravan arrived back at Leo's ranch. Robbie and Jansen returned back with their heads down, sad that they've lost their friend. Are they sad about it? I don't think they are. I honestly don't think people are going to be that sad about it. Don't necessarily think anybody was particularly friends with Lolf, mainly because they were very ugly. Real life problems. But yeah, I don't think it's going to be so bad. Not the end of the world. Lolf was a very good Plants character, but that was about it. And whilst we do have the refugees, it's whatever. Basic vehicles have been completed. Massive research that when we are ready to go looting all these ruins is going to be massive for us. Perfect. Now all we need is to repair Leo and get my boy back. That's all we need. Prosthetics would also be extremely good. Unlocks mounted flamethrower, mounted Gatling laser. Oh my god. What if we weaponize our slaves by giving them mounted prosthetic weapons? Now, obviously, prosthetic legs are very handy. Well, yeah, whatever. But what if we take the slaves, like, apart from Jansen as the sheriff, but, like, I don't know, we make them weapons? It would be pretty handy, you know? It would follow into Leo's whole thing of being a robot. You know, we turn the slaves into our actual robots. Maybe we make Jean, Robbie, maybe Jones, because they're not capable of violence. What if we make the violence into their limbs? I'm not sure if that would overrule and override their abilities to not do shooting and melee if it was literally part of their body, but that could be fun. And a join offer. Ooh, I didn't know this could happen. Subuki believes she is happy at Leo's ranch and wishes to join you permanently. Now, Subaki was basically the same as what Lulf used to be. Just in plants. That's all she does is plants. She has a critical passion in plants and a critical passion in crafting, I think. So she's kind of like only good, potentially, at crafting and planting. Subaki could be very interesting to pick. I'm going to postpone it for the time being because I'm very unsure, really. She's a rebel, she's bisexual, nothing wrong with that. Plants and crafting is all she's good at, and she's not even that good at that either. And I'm going to leave that up to you guys. I'm going to end this episode here because I have massively overran it on time, and I'm going to leave you with that thought. Should we get Subaki, yes or no? This episode has been a fantastic episode for progress. Once the storyteller changed and we have actually had the ability to get on with things have been going swimmingly. The outside wall is nearly done. We have this section here and this bit up here left to do, and that is it. And that'll probably be done once everybody wakes up in the morning. We've got food for absolute days. We've got research under our belt. This is feeling good. Progress has been fantastic. It sets us up very nicely to get vehicles and get animals on the go as well, so we can go out to different places. Now, the plan for next episode is obviously going to either get Subaki or do something with the refugees, and I think get more animals and get them trained so we can then go to the ruins and still be able to fight somewhat if we have animals trained. So if you have enjoyed today's episode and are excited to find out whether Leo comes back soon or not, consider liking, subscribing, and make sure you tell your mum about it. And I'll see you next time. Thank you.